Shalom, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you sincere Akim out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. I'm the brother Shaman of Great Millstone, Chicago. All right, and the subject is the lying wonders, man, the familiar spirits which are involved in this man's technology. All right, and we know that the earth has been given into their hands for a time, for them to deceive and lie, and to have their little season. And we know Esau is he's the chief, man. He's the chief amongst the wicked. And especially when you go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, all right, talks about the falling away and the man of sin being revealed. I just want to play this guy because ultimately what they want to do, they want to become gods. Now, this is the World Economic Forum founder.
See that we provide everybody with decent access to the health system, that we make sure that those people who are really left behind, and I'm not speaking only on national levels, I'm speaking also internationally. If I see now the tragedy in some of the emerging countries like South Africa, like some countries in East Asia, I think it's all I don't have too many remedies. The remedies have to be discussed through dialogue by the stakeholders of our global system, but I just see the need for such a dialogue, and I see the need for action. I see the need for a great reset.
To what extent would a reset be brought about by a change in the White House, the election of Joe Biden, for instance?
I don't know. We shouldn't speculate about the outcome of the election. We will see.
And the name of the video is "Must Prepare for an Angrier World," which basically in the World Economic Forum they talk about changes, social changes. They talk about industrial changes, all right? And it was at the World Economic Forum that they've been talking about charagma. Right? They want to put the charagma in you. They want to make you a part of the system. And what are we seeing all throughout the end of last year and the beginning of this year? Basically, they're doing away with the 3G network, which hooks up your mainline telephone. Some of the older cell phones on the 3G network. The alarm system for a lot of houses is on the 3G network. Fire alarms, police calls. All right. A lot of those alarms, are hooked up to the 3G network. All right. But they want to go ahead and bump everything up to 5G. And they want everything to be connected. They want everything to be turned on. All right. And basically, we know what it is, man. They want to play God. That's not what I want. That's why it tells you, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, it said, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he is the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. And Esau is being revealed. All right, because one of the things that has these nations following after him, Revelation 13 and 4, it said, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? All right, now this guy, as his World Economic Forum, what they like to do is promote the fourth industrial revolution. Which you had the first one, mechanical production. That was back in the 1760s. All right, you had steam engines, steam. That was the big wave. All right, then that was and that's where the factories started at. You know, they started to have these big factories in order to be able to produce things on a wide scale. And these other nations saw that, and that's one of the reasons they're like, man, who was able to make war with him? Right? Who's able to go against his technology? You know, it talks about him being loose for a little season. You know, after the Renaissance, man, Esau had that power on the left hand. All right, for them to lie, for them to come up with new principles and concepts and erase the image of Yahweh Shai, bring about, you know, Western culture as we, you know, as it's been so refined today. But to erase that image, it talks about Babylon and Egypt, the place where our Lord was crucified. All right, his image was taken, it was destroyed, it was converted into to one of an Idumean, and then his principles were changed to, you know, peace and love. You know, meanwhile we're gonna come in your country and rape your wife and cut your throat. All right. Then you had what? The second industrial revolution. All right, oh, I forgot to say, the first industrial revolution, you know, when they started, you know, because that's ultimately what Esau wants, man. They want the whole world as slaves. That's what the elite amongst Esau wants. That's why during the first industrial revolution, they were putting 14-hour shifts. All right, they were putting children in factories. All right, some of these factories, you know, it's complete. There were no safety protocols. You know, you better, you know, hey, you on your own. All right, then they had the second industrial revolution. All right, and the whole time, you know, Esau, you know, some of his science is based on things in the scriptures, because they read the scriptures, but then you have some of it is false science, and a lot of that was pushed as well. All right, but it says what? The age of science and mass production. For the second industrial revolution, you had gasoline engines, airplanes, chemical fertilizer. All right, things that help, you know, this place become increase in traffic. All right, this place, this, you know, scriptures talk about those merchants of the earth when they see the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because they're able to come here, and this place was the first to have, you know, all these factories and, like I said, mass production. You know, bring in all of the products, you know what I'm saying, to be shipped in from these different parts, and then to take them and create, you know, a product and to ship those products out and to sell them to you. All right, that's Esau. It had never been done on a wide scale like that, you know, before Esau Edom came on the scene, man. Before, you had some, you know, you would take it to the market, you know, or you would have specialists, man. You have smiths, you have silversmiths, blacksmiths, people who are specialized in doing things, you know, and then they would create it, you know, and they will, you know, be employed by whoever to create whatever. But now with all these machines and all these assembly lines and stuff, you don't necessarily need one specialist. You just need somebody who can do one particular job, and you can pay them for cheap. All right, yeah, assembly lines, the Model T car, that was the second one. That's right about the early 1900s. All right, then you have and that was around the time too where they were doing the World's Fair. All right, that's where the elites, you know, they would do these World's Fairs, and they would come and they would bring all these ideas and concepts, you know, that they had seen worldwide, and they would show, you know, the Idumeans who were in local rulership, and they did that to sway them, all right, and to lie to them. And I'm gonna read verse 4 again. It said, "And they worshipped the beast, they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" And they made sure that in schools and in learning and history and understanding, that they keep Greco-Roman principles first and foremost, and Greco-Roman history first and foremost. All right. And then, you know, by the time of the second industrial revolution in the 1900s, 40% of the entire population lived in cities compared to 6% in in 1800, which was 100 years before. All right, so this was a time where Jacob began to flock to the cities, and people had begun to flock to the cities because they had more amenities. They had electricity, or they could have gas at their house, or the fireplace, or the milkman, all the different services and things that the city provided. You would have a job. Everything was in, a certain distance. Not like on the countryside where, you have to, you pretty much, fend for your own. Eat off your land. If you needed something, you got to travel. If you need a doctor or something, you might travel a long way. You might have to travel a couple of hours. Well, now, no, we have all of that right here. All right, so Esau, Edom. That's why they scriptures say, man, he is wiser than Daniel, because they actually went in. Solomon talks about that in Wisdom of Solomon, the understanding of the elements. They actually went and they isolated elements, and they take a look at them, boom, 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 and they're able to tell you, of course they're gonna give you their name for them. The Lord has His name for them. All right, but they're able to isolate different elements and mix them up and do, and that's what a lot of the witches did too, man. They were able to, on the left hand, they take the herbs and they take certain things and they can make poisons. All right, they can make elixirs and all this other shit to bewitch you. All right, so all that knowledge has always existed, but Esau, Edom, they took it and they turned it up to the next level. This is part of their little season. All right, but yeah, man, lighting, radio, telephones, all right, changed the world, changed the way people communicated. That was the second industrial revolution. Cars. Then you had the third industrial revolution, the digital revolution. All right, the 50s came about, which brought semiconductors. That's where you started the basis for these modern day electronics, semiconductors, mainframe computing, personal computers. All right, the internet, the digital revolution, all those different things were starting up. Analog stuff began to be moved to digital technology. All right, televisions, radio. Now you have all the things you have. The internet connections, your Bluetooth. Everybody has Wi-Fi. In their house now. All right, that's all part of the third industrial revolution, which began during the 60s and up until now. And then now it's calling for the fourth industrial revolution, man, where they're completely trying to take this thing to the next level. All right, that's why and this is going to be worldwide. Revelation 13:2, it says, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave his power and his seat and great authority." And we know those feet, man. That bear is talking about Russia. All right, hey, Russia is a part of Russia. Those are Idumeans as well. All right, NATO, the EU, all those different countries owned by Esau. Yeah, they might be at war. They might be on end. They might be against each other. You know what I'm saying? Because it's competition for the throne. All right, but guess what? When the time comes, they're gonna deal with the charagma too. They're gonna implement the charagma as well. All right, and that's part of the fourth industrial revolution. And we're seeing that come. That's why this is the year of turn up, man. Because the Lord He got to come and stop Esau, man, when he's about to fill his belly. All right, because they really believe that they're about to do this, man. Genetic sequencing and editing and with genetic modification, all in your food. You know what I'm saying? Is there any real pure food left? A lot of the stuff, even if it is organic, it's been tampered with. It's not the original, plant that that was created. All right, artificial intelligence, AI, sensors. Everything has an electrical sensor in it, man. 3D printing and all kind of other shit. It was just even with the healthcare, it was just a report with these the Icky Vicky that basically it was they were able to it has a certain frequency. Right? It has a certain frequency, man. So Esau's doing some high level shit, man, some high level witchcraft. All right, and that's one of the reasons why, man, we ain't we told people don't fuck with that stuff. They fuck with it, now it's coming back, in hindsight, oh man, that was a horrible idea. All right. So now, and the Lord did that for a reason, man. That's why a lot of people ran and flocked, to watch the brothers and to watch, all the different lessons and, trying to ban us and stuff. You see, vocab, he didn't even, I don't think he even spoke on that, on the waters. Because a lot of these Idumeans privately, they weren't dealing with it as well. All right. And somebody at work even told me that. He said, man, I'm not that dumb. I wouldn't take that shit. All right. So these Idumeans, they know their own people. They know what they would do. They know what the game is. All right. And what's up with our people, man? What's up with Jake? Homeborn slave. All right. But what they're going to do, we already know, digital currency. All right. Digital currency. All these things are going to be connected. All right. All these things are going to be connected, which they're trying to create, their kingdom of heaven through their technology and their stuff. All right. Because in our world, all things are going to be connected too. There's going to be an order to everything. All right. But it's not going to be according to, this false, left-handed shit that Esau deals with. You're at the Urim and the Thurim, which, when in the old times, somebody wanted to know somebody's tribe, maybe they had fallen away. They said it would glow on whatever tribe they were, or if they needed to ask a question, one stone would glow for yes, the other stone would glow for no. All right, and then we had the spirit, man. The priest. In many instances, the priest was actually able to see, just like when Yahweh Shai went up on that mountain with Peter and John, and they were able to see. And Salakia, that's Peter, James, and John. All right, and they were able to see Moses and Elias. All right, that was through. It was for lack of better words, it was a hologram. All right, hey, the Lord was taken up on a mountain. He was shown all that by Satan. He was shown, look, I'll give you control of all of this. All right, so the Lord can, that power exists, man. Through the prince of the power of the air, and that's who Esau deals with, for his spiritual guide. But guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to receive the whole world and the whole galaxy and the whole universe anyway, and he knew that. That's why he refused all of that. Him being the example for us to follow. All right. Yeah, you might miss out on a couple of ducats. You might miss out on some false currency. These Edomites, man, they fuck up all kind of budgets. They cheat, they scam, they swindle. All right, just for some zeros and ones, which are in the computer somewhere, which tell you how much value you're supposed to have, man. A false balance. All right, complete fucking false balance, man. They fucked money up. They fucked everything up, man. So we need the kingdom. All right. And the point being, man, don't let these spirits get on you. All right. Because the scriptures talk about that, man. Those demons seeing your temple, Shalakia, being cleared and then wanting to jump back on you. All right. Because the hour of temptation is coming. All right. What happens when, hey, it almost happened this year, man. What happens when, they pulled back with the mandates, though. You know what I'm saying? They tried to do the mandates. I was like, oh, this is going to be my last week. I just knew. But then, Esau pulled back. So I said, that's the mercy of the Lord, For a little more time, I have a little something to work with. But it's going to come a time where, shit, that road is going to run out. All right? Hey, we're going to have to be completely trusting on Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, and our women are going to have to be completely trusting in us. All right, so we have a duty and a service to fulfill even in that. All right, Lord willing, edifying, shalom.